Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Sean Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Greetings and welcome to episode 43 of the Soul Forge podcast. Have we got a treat for you guys today? This week's episode is an interview with my coworker Patty. She's into healthcare and trying to make people better, feel better, live better. She helped me out, and in this episode you're going to hear all about what she does to help people be their best self. All of her contact information is provided in the show, so if you're looking for a healthier lifestyle or to have some aches and pains fixed up, this is the show for you. If you're local to the Timmins area, then definitely seek her out. If not, we do provide a website where you can find someone who does the same kind of thing that Patty does. And so this is definitely something that you should look into. It's great. It doesn't take too much time out, and it'll make you feel better. So we're going to get into the interview. If you hear any clicking or anything like that, it's because I went to Patty's house and had the interview at her kitchen table. And she has a friendly, loving dog named Berkeley. He's a big guy, so there might have been some tail wagging or walking around and clicking of the nails on the floor. Just dog sounds, beautiful dog. So if you do seek Patty out, then you'll meet Berkeley, and that'll be great. So I'm not going to talk too much more. I just wanted to provide a quick introduction to the episode, and stay tuned. You're going to learn all about Bowen with Patty. Today we have a special treat. I have brought the Forge of Souls over to my friend Patty's house to tell you guys all about her life and her special, what would you call it, Patty?
Bowen Therapy.
Bowen Therapy, that's right. So how long have we known each other, you and I?
I'm not sure, Sean. How long have you been at Canada Post?
I have been there almost 11 years.
Okay, 11 years then.
And you've been there how long?
27 years.
27 years. And I hear that next week you're retiring.
I am.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
I know.
How does that make you feel?
Happy.
Yeah, you're not going to miss it?
I will miss the people,
Mm-hmm.
and I love my job. I will miss my job too, but it's time for a new chapter in my life.
And what are you going to do?
I am going to be a grandma.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
You-
I also have the volunteer work out at the horse therapy program too, so
That's
that'll keep
right.
me busy. Yeah.
Oh, that'll definitely keep you busy.
And of course, Bowen.
Of course. So let's talk a little bit about this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've given me some treatments maybe 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
before you were 100% certified when you were practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell our listeners what exactly Bowen is?
Bowen. Bowen works with your whole body. What it does is it actually reboots your body as you would a computer so that your body will naturally heal itself. It's based on the muscles, tendons, fascia, ligaments, joints, and especially the central nervous system. The central nervous system is what built you as a baby in your mother's womb. The tailbone and the spine and the brain would talk to each other, and the tailbone would say, you have to make a liver for this baby. And your brain would say, yeah, okay, I've got it, and would send what needed to be sent to fix that liver.
Oh.
And to develop your lung, to develop your liver. That's what Bowen does, is we tap into that part of your body, which is called the central nervous system, and remind it that it knows how to fix things and knows how to build things. So when you get a Bowen treatment, your body is going to talk to itself, and your brain and your tailbone are going to talk to itself, and they're going to say, I need you to check his kidney. His kidney's really groggy, and the brain's going to say, yeah, okay. So they get the blood flow going, and it will heal itself.
So it's more of a reminder for the body.
It's a reboot.
Reboot.
Yeah.
Okay. That's,
Stress of life, impact to your body, injury will stop all that, and you will go into what is called sympathetic mode.
which means?
Fight and flight motion.
Okay.
And your body cannot heal when it's in that mode. Bowen brings you back into parasympathetic mode, Do you remember how relaxed you were?
Yes.
When you had a treatment?
I do remember. That was fantastic. It almost put me to sleep.
That's right. And that's where we want your body, which is called parasympathetic mode. And it will identify where the injury is and fix it to the best of its ability.
Ah, okay. And I remember maybe, what was it, 3 or 4 years ago, people would come to your desk and you would touch them and what the heck is going on around here? And everybody was like, well, Patty's fixing them up because, you know, as our listeners know, we work at the post office and it's
Injuries,
high impact job. We're walking for anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day on average. So we're sore and we're tired. And people would come to you and you would touch them and everybody would be like, oh, this feels so much better. And I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't understand at all. So then,
well, when it's a chronic injury, an immediate injury, Bowen can attack it right away.
Okay.
And fix it right away. When it's an immediate injury, if I can get to it with Bowen, it only takes a couple moves. But if it's a chronic injury, something that's been over a very long period of time, I have to go a little bit deeper.
And several treatments.
I have full treatments, yeah.
Right. Okay. And how did you discover this? That's what I want to know because everybody started talking about go see Patty. You're sore. Go see. And actually, that's another thing I wanted to ask you right now. Do you prefer Tricia, Patty, Patricia? Because people call you different things.
Patty.
That's what you prefer? Okay, because that's how I was introduced to you. But at work calls you Tricia.
Oh,
So
we have nicknames.
okay.
Just like I call you Shawners.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
you do call me Shawners.
Nobody else calls you Shawners.
Nobody else but you. That's it.
That's right.
Okay, so you prefer Patty. Okay.
Yeah.
So you discovered it through.
Canada Post, you know the injuries you get.
Yes.
And I had bulging discs, and I've had frozen shoulder, and I've tried every treatment, and nothing worked as well as Bowen. So there was another Bowen therapist who came to my house, and she said, "You got a sore back? Come and see me." And I'm thinking, Bowen, B-O-N-E, Bowen? And she says, no, but actually within 3 treatments,
Really?
bulging discs fixed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And nobody else could do it.
No. Well, you know, I had chiropractor, I had physiotherapy, I had ultrasound, I had, you name it. You know, Sean, you get an injury at work, you try everything you can to get rid of that injury.
Well, you want to get rid of it as soon as you can.
And especially with the frozen shoulder, I've tried everything. And then I thought, well, I'll go try the Bowen. And within 3 treatments, it was gone.
That's amazing.
Off work for a year,
Yeah.
3 treatments with Bowen,
And back at
back
it.
at it.
That's incredible. Okay. So why don't you tell our listeners exactly what this consists of? Because the first time I came over here, I was kind of a little bit freaked out. I'm like, go in this room and lay on this bed under the covers. I'm like, okay.
It's very soft, gentle moves
Yeah.
in certain places of your body. There's no manipulation, there's no hardcore thump you around or anything like that. You just lay down and I would put a couple moves into your body and leave the room for 2 minutes. And the reason I would leave for 2 minutes is so that your body can go, oh yeah, okay, now I know what I'm supposed to do. And it's just very gradual all over your body. Get the blood flowing, get your body talking to each other, get the coccyx talking to the brain, and it's like a computer. Tick, 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 fix.
Right. Okay. So if I remember correctly, and it's been a few years since we did this, I laid on my stomach and you just lightly touched my back. Is that right? And my arms and I think my calves. Yes.
Yeah.
And so you do that for maybe 30 seconds.
It's just a couple of quick moves.
Yeah.
And then back out again.
Yeah, and you'd go away for a couple minutes and then come back. Was there soft music playing?
No.
No, you don't do the music.
No, we
No.
don't want your brain thinking of anything else.
Right. That's why it was quiet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want your body to take care of itself. And if I was to play music, it would bring you back to a bad memory, or it could bring you back to a good memory. And if you're in fight and flight, I'm not going to get you into parasympathetic mode if you're thinking of something that has happened in your life. So
Neutral as possible.
yeah,
Okay.
everything is quiet, as quiet as possible. Bowen actually deals with a whole lot of emotional
Is that
as
right?
well. Yeah,
Oh.
I can treat people. It helps with ADHD. It helps with anxiety. It helps with depression. It helps with all those emotional things that people go through in life.
And we've all got them. For sure we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's a very big detox for your body too,
Oh,
because
yeah?
your body absorbs a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, it's always a really exciting time when you poop black after a Bowen treatment.
I don't recall doing that.
I'll have to give you another treatment.
Maybe. I can report about it, but that's a common thing?
Oh, it's a good thing.
Okay.
Because you've got all this toxin in your body, right?
Right.
And from pollution, life, where you live, what you do, especially us as mail carriers, we're out on the street all the time.
Getting car exhaust.
Absolutely. And it's a big detox. It cleanses your whole body. Of course it's going to. I mean, it's fixing all your organs, your internal organs, your muscles, everything.
That's true. I don't remember the poop thing though, but I'm sure it happened.
You don't check your poop on a daily basis.
Well, I guess I do, but I don't remember. That's a few years ago. Maybe it was traumatizing. I don't know. That's this black stuff. But what was it that I came here for again? Do we remember? I know I had a sore elbow.
Hello, I'm Daniel Peter Hitch, author of the Bubbles the Pirate children's book series and the Connected Worlds Chronicles. You're listening to the Soul Forge podcast. Keep forging your soul.
All right, so you just went and got the file that, does it say what the date was on this?
September 3rd. No, that's your birthday.
That's my birthday. No, it doesn't. No.
April 29th.
Of,
I
don't know what year that was.
It would have been my first year.
Probably 2015, right?
15, yeah. Yeah,
Sounds
I've
about
been
right.
studying this for about 3 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were my issues that I came to see you for?
Fatigue, chronic fatigue, allergies, and back pain. And your biggest complaint was that you weren't sleeping at night, but you were always tired and waking up early, and persistent neck and back pain.
Okay, right. And I sleep fine
Your
now.
shoulder was clicking too.
My shoulder was clicking. Yes, that's true. My shoulder was clicking. And now it's just the elbow still.
Just the elbow?
Just the elbow. Well, I think my shoulder just clicked now, actually. But
Well, you better get back in here.
I think so.
Good.
But yeah, the sleeping is pretty well all good now. I still wake up early sometimes and can't get back to sleep, but that's just the way it's always been. But my tailbone doesn't hurt anymore.
Well, yeah, you had fallen and hurt your tailbone. So I definitely went in and did a coccyx treatment on you, which would have rebooted your whole body and fixed everything out for you. So
Yeah, and I think it worked pretty well. I think I had 3 or 4 treatments maybe. Does that sound right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everything was good after that. The chronic fatigue, actually, I saw the doctor this week, and it turns out I have low iron, so that's partial explanation for that. But I'll get that taken care of. So a typical session of treatments would be 3 or 4, or would it be longer, depending on what the issue is?
Well, it would depend on how long the injury has been.
Okay.
It would depend on what the issue is, yeah. But if you were to come in and say, I've got this going on, I would adjust my rates according to how many treatments I think that you would require.
Okay.
Like, I'm not really in this for the money. I'm in it to make you better.
You're here to help people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have to be able to pay for my laundry and to heat the room. But,
Well, sure.
but other than that, I'm doing this because I enjoy it and it works and it makes people feel better.
And everybody at work swears by it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. A lot of good injuries healed up in that area.
Oh, for sure. And did you say that it also takes care of migraines?
Absolutely.
Because I believe you helped.
Yes.
Yes, because he was always complaining about the migraines, and ever since you treated him, I haven't heard him talk about it at all,
Me neither.
which is awesome.
Yes.
So, and I know
That's
you've
great.
helped people with their shoulders and their backs.
Shoulders,
and,
back, disc, legs. Remember that one winter everybody fell?
Yes, that was about 2 years ago.
It was really, really icy and everybody was falling, and there were 3 employees that came to me because that affects your psoas muscle.
Your what muscle?
Your psoas muscle.
I haven't heard of this muscle.
The psoas muscle is right in the middle of your body. It goes from your rib cage right down and it hooks into your hips.
Oh,
Now, this psoas muscle is the big protector of your body. The
okay.
human body is amazing. if there's any kind of impact to your body or injury to your body, that psoas muscle will immediately contract.
To protect
Because,
you.
yeah, its job is to protect your internal organs. So if you're walking around with this psoas muscle contracted, guess what's going to happen to your lower back
Right, it's going to...
and your hips?
Yeah.
So, and I've treated 3 people that year within a period of 4 to 6 months. It was amazing because I was watching. I had learned about it and I thought, well, we'll see what happens. Within 4 to 6 months, 3 people came to me with lower back pain.
Wow.
Treated them for the psoas muscle, released that muscle, boom, no more pain.
Nice. So that must give you a lot of satisfaction.
And most often they would say, well, I don't know, I didn't really do anything. All of a sudden my back just went out. But it was your psoas muscle tightening up,
Okay.
and the strain going into your lower back.
Right. Okay. So typical treatment, on average, lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions, would you say?
I would say 1 to 3.
1 to 3? Okay.
1 to 3, so long as it's not severe, long-term injury.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If it's a long-term injury, it may take a couple more
Right.
treatments.
For the reboot to fully take effect.
Yeah.
Okay. And a typical session lasts 20 minutes?
45 minutes.
45, okay.
About 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what kind of treatment you're getting.
Okay.
So you would fill out a intake form,
Mm-hmm.
and I would look at all of your history, where all your injuries are, and I could probably figure out where exactly this started. If your body has an injury, to compensate for it, something else is going to go out. And to compensate for those 2 things being out, another thing is going to go out. So it's sort of like a roadmap to your body. And what Bowen does is it starts to unwind. Like your body's like a string all wrapped up. You know, if you take a cord and you twist it, you know how the string goes? Well, that's what your body has done to compensate for this one particular injury. So Bowen unwinds it from the top to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And then it deals with the injury, and you're walking straight.
Ah, okay. Makes sense to me. And it worked for me. And yeah, I highly recommend it. So let's say I needed 3 sessions for something. What's an average price, would you say? Does it depend on what you're treating?
Yeah, it would depend on what I'm treating and how many sessions it's going to take you.
Okay.
I could go anywhere between $40 to $50 a session.
Okay.
You know, some people have come to see me and I know that they need 8 treatments. I'll knock it down to 25 for them.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Because I know that you just can't afford it, and I don't think people should have to pay big money to be healthy.
That's true.
You know.
Do benefits cover this? Some benefits might?
Some have covered for other Bowen practitioners. I haven't seen it yet in my practice.
Okay.
So, which is another reason why I keep my costs low.
You're a good person. Okay. And so you've been studying this for 3 years?
3 years, yes.
Okay. And how long did it take you to get certified?
2 years.
Okay.
2 years of studying to have my full certification, yeah.
Okay. And now if somebody wanted to take advantage of your services or Bowen treatments in another town, maybe they're not in Timmins, how do they find out about this stuff?
Well, they could either call me or they could go to my webpage, bowenbypatty.ca.
That's BOWENBYPATTY.
Yes.
.com or .ca?
.ca.
.ca.
Or I have a Facebook page called Freedom From Within.
Okay.
And you could go on there. Or you could call my cell, 705-360-3668.
Perfect. Okay. And for people in a different city, there's probably Bowen all over the world?
Bowen is, it's all over. It originated in Australia by Dr. Tom Bowen, and he taught people how to do it. And it's branched to the States, and now it is just newly coming to Canada.
Okay. And is there a website for general information about this whole thing?
Oh, absolutely. It's at cbbg.ca.
Oh, okay.
And that's the Canadian Bowen Bowtech Professional Group. They monitor all of the practitioners, and if you want a list of a practitioner in your town, they'll be able to direct you in that area.
Oh, that's perfect. So it's the general catch-all for everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And I see there's an email address as well. Contact info@cbbg.ca.
Perfect.
Okay, so if somebody had a general question, they could just email them directly.
Yeah. My webpage also has lots of information about Bowen on it as well.
Oh, perfect. That's great. Awesome. Well, I definitely thank you for telling us all about Bowen treatments and your experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck in your retirement.
Awesome. Thank
you. So that was a fun interview. Great to catch up with Patty and see her and everything that she has to say. Congratulations on your retirement. I am sure you're going to be having a blast with the grandkids. You've been at the post office a long time, so it'd be sad to see you go, but I'm sure we'll keep in touch. Anybody who wants to keep in touch with the Soul Forge podcast, remember you can email the show, soulforgepodcast@gmail.com, soulforgepod on Twitter, and of course I'm at Darth Vaderloo on the Instagram. Great talking to you guys again. Stay tuned next week. I have got a super duper spectacular episode about a 28-year-old virgin. So that'll be next week. Just wait for that. Until next time, take care and remember, everyone you will ever meet knows something you don't. This has been another episode of the Soul Forge Podcast. Contact the show by emailing soulforgepodcast@gmail.com or by tweeting soulforgepod on Twitter. Visit us at soulforgepodcast.com, and remember, the best way to show your support is by leaving a 5-star review in the iTunes Store. And, if you would, please check us out and like us on Facebook. The Soul Forge Podcast was written, produced, scored, edited, engineered, and directed by Sean Vanderloo. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. For more great content, you can listen to my other podcast, The Rusted Robot. Thanks for stopping by the Forge. We'll keep the fires lit until your next visit.
I could do this all day.
This has been a Valley of Vanderloo podcast production, all rights reserved.
This transmission ends now.